sisters, when they're all done and relaxed and they're happy, it's like their good vibes like went into me, and I'm excited to go inside right now. Good morning.
Okay ka naman?
Yes po. I got tired because I got lost along the way.
So, yung rule, 30 seconds lang per answer. Starting with, tell us something about yourself.
So, good morning everyone. I am Skelly Ivy, Florida, and I am an only child. I grew up without a father, and I was also raised by a single mother. When I was a child, honestly, I experienced being bullied, but because of how my mother raised me, I know that I should be confident with myself. And with that, I know that she raised me to become a better person right now. And that's why I am also here.
What is one beautiful word in your local language, and what does it mean? One beautiful word lang. At anong ibig sabihin?
I think it's guapa. It means beautiful because it really gives confidence to, especially the ladies who don't feel confident with themselves. And when you say it to them, like you say, "Hello, guapa," and then they just smile and then they think that they're really beautiful.
You are beautiful.
Thank you.
Next question. So, what is that one learning experience that you had as a child that made so much impact on you?
Honestly, it's, as I said a while ago, I experienced being bullied and I overcome that. And now that I am confident with myself, I also want others to feel the same way too. To be, for me to be an inspiration to others now that I am here.
You're making more recent. So, what is the most important lesson that you learned during the pandemic?
I think the most important lesson I've learned is patience, because everything right now is delayed, and right now we need to be patient on the specific goals that we want to go or wherever we want to go. And now that if we really have patience, we know that we can achieve those goals that we want to do in the near future.
If you win Miss Universe Philippines, how will you help your community?
Winning Miss Universe, I mean, it's being a voice, a spokesperson, and a symbol of hope to everyone. And also as an influencer, I'm gonna use this because I know that I can communicate to different organizations with the things that I can do, especially during this pandemic, to help people who really needs help in these times of the pandemic. And that's all.
What color do you think symbolizes the phenomenal woman?
It's yellow because it's bright and you can really see it that easily.
You mentioned about being an influencer. What can you name a spot, or whether it's a man-made or natural spot in Biliran that you would like to promote to the world?
I would think of Tomalistis Falls. It's located in the Kaibiran place in Biliran. It is actually known as the world's sweetest water in the Guinness Book of World Records before. So I really want people to go there and really taste the water in there so that they would know how sweet it is. I mean, I've been there and I really love it in there because it's like a waterfalls near the ocean. So it's like you're gonna swim in the waterfalls and then it's the ocean right there.
We've been hearing the word work from home this past few months. What do you think are the skills that an individual or a person should develop in what we call the workplace of the future?
I think the skills that we develop there is, it's like you learn more, especially on the techie stuff in the computer, especially in the old generation that they have less knowledge about that. And I think it's one of the good things that people should learn about, especially for the older generations. And it is one of the things that the younger generations could have more. Sorry.
Thank you for your advice. Thank you talaga. Tinamaan ako doon, but I love it. Thank you. But you're right. Thank you.
At least you have more bondings with the younger generations. They can teach you.
Mabanding kami sa younger generation.
I'm not familiar with Biliran, but
Yes.
you know there's a campaign hashtag Love Local. No?
Yes.
So what local products would you want to promote and why?
It's the food. We have there a suman. Our suman is kind of different because we have like different flavors. Like we have mango, chocolate, ube, and I think that's kind of unique. That's one of the unique stuff in Biliran.
And lastly, what is that one thing that you think young people like you should focus on?
I think young people like me should focus on our future goals because we need to set something that we think that's good for us, and not just for us but also for the community. We need not to think about ourselves only, but especially now in the pandemic, we need to like help one another so that we can be better in the near future.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Interesting yung false na ako pwede bote.
It's really interesting. It's really great there.
Ilang taon ka na?
21 po.
Graduate ka na ng college.
I'm just waiting for the graduation because it's pending because of the pandemic. Bawal po kasi face-to-face na events in our place pa. Yes. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Who among the past queens do
So when I'm gonna be there, I'm just excited to showcase all of the work that I've been doing. I know you're hungry.
Very nice dress.
Thank you very much. It's Mark Bumgarner.
I know that designer.
Yes. I'm very happy because this is the first time I get to wear Mark, so I'm very blessed.
Okay, since you are madaldal,
Yes.
you have 30 seconds to
Yes.
answer your questions and someone will shout.
Okay. Grabe. Okay.
Okay. Tell us something more about yourself.
Okay, since it's the last part, I'm gonna make something fun. I don't know if all of you know, but I really wish to have a tree house. I want to build my own little tree house dito sa Siargao. That is one of my biggest dreams talaga. But not just any tree house, it's a tiny tree house. So that is something that's really dear to me. And I want to have a sustainable place where I can just grow my vegetables, get my water. That's really what I would like. Thank you!
What is one beautiful word in your language and what does it mean? So, Tagalog, basically, for you.
Meron dami ng word ng gusto ko sa Tagalog, but I think the best word that I can describe is mabuhay. Because it's so unique. It's the only thing that once you announce yourself, that's the first thing that you say. You say mabuhay, and everybody knows naman that you're from the Philippines. So that's the word I choose.
Okay, so what is that one learning experience that you had as a child that made so much impact on you?
I have many actually, but the one that I would love to go back to is my childhood. And my childhood because I had such an amazing time with my mom and dad. They come from different cultures, but I had to embrace both of them. My Filipino side, my French side, and at the same time, I grew up sa Macau. So meron ako ng Chinese also. So I learned Chinese, and at the same time, after Chinese, I also went to a Portuguese school. So it was a lot to embrace, but I really learned so much. And what I learned is that we all have different traditions, cultures. Thank you. Sorry.
What about during this pandemic? What's the most important lesson that you learned?
There are many lessons I've learned during this pandemic. I feel like I become a woman during this pandemic. I became 26 years old. I faced a lot of challenges. I went from having no team to being my own style team to being my own financial supporter to being my #1 rooter. And that is one of the biggest lessons that I can say is that I'm so proud to be in Miss Universe Philippines. Even with the pandemic, I feel that I'm accomplishing one of my biggest dreams. And it's a very big challenge, but I can say that I'm confident in who I am and who I'm becoming, and I'm so happy. Thank you, Direk. Sorry.
If you win the title, how do you plan to further help your community?
Well, if I do get the chance to be Miss Universe Philippines, the thing that I would say the most is how about mental health? It's something really dear to me because I've experienced depression. I've been through a lot of abuse in my life, and I don't want anyone to have a stigma behind it. I want people to understand and be more open-minded to open communication in your family, especially here sa Pinas. I feel like a lot of us have this crab mentality. A lot of us have a lot of things that we don't want to share to the world, and that's something that I know it's my advantage because I firsthand was there and know. Thank you.
What color do you think symbolizes the phenomenal woman?
I would say morena skin, and that's something that I really embrace. A lot of the people here in the Philippines, unfortunately, we have been brainwashed for maybe just embracing white people's skin, but that's not actually our colors because we are different types of Filipino. All of us have different colors and we should embrace all of them. But for me, I'm a morena, so I will embrace morena. That's what I would choose. Thank you.
We've been hearing a lot of work from home is now part of the new norm.
Yes.
So what do you think is a skill needed to for this new type of for this new workspace or new workplace of the future?
There's a lot of things that we need. For sure, of course, we need to put our health in first hand. Like I said, I think mental health is very important, but I would also go with things that are simple, like bakery or food. That's essential for this time. I think that's the things that are keeping us going, you know? We have to support our local brands. We have to support all of our friends. Even the fashion industry is getting a big hit. So if we can do anything from Zoom online, anything that is communicating still, I know it's very difficult, but it's something that we will need and we can do. Thank you.
If there's one place or spot in Taguig,
Yes.
whether it's man-made or natural, that you want to promote to the world, what would
Yes.
it be?
Well, I live next to, I'm very fortunate to be near 4th Strip. So I really, really like this place because it has a bunch of everything. We are known to be an entertainment zone, but at the same time, we have our sustainability. So thankful for all of the people that have their own hindi naman backyard, but their own balcony. They can grow also their veggies and fruits. But the place that I would say for me, it would be 4th Strip, one of my favorite coffee places, and it has, because coffee. Yeah.
Okay. There's a campaign now that's hashtag love local.
Yes.
What local product would you want to promote?
Well, I yesterday when I had my rehearsals, I was wearing Bench, and they have local made products now. So I'm really, really proud of that. So I would promote Bench because it's very affordable, it's very Filipino. All of the things that are made there are authentic, and I like to wear something that is representing of us. Thank you.
Last question for you is, what's one thing you think young people should focus on?
Okay, there are many things that young people should focus on, but one of the biggest things that they should focus on is how to be confident in yourself. What does that mean exactly? You have to ask the most difficult questions. What do you want to do with your life? What is your biggest purpose? What is something that will make you happy? Because a lot of young people have the opportunity to learn so much. We have the internet, and that's so a gift in itself. You can learn so many things. Ako naman, I learned my makeup in my internet, so that is one of the biggest advantages. But we need to learn how to use our things properly. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. I know that you're all tired, but just one more lang, and then we're good. Salamat. To all of my supporters, all of the Lemonades, every single person that is actually supporting the Miss Universe Philippines, I want to thank you so much. I know that this is not the pageant that you all expected due to the pandemic, but we are doing so much hard work and we are trying to keep up the energy. It is sleepless nights. A lot of work has been gone through these 9 months, and I really want to say thank you so much for still being here, still supporting us, ladies. And from the bottom of my heart, my Lemonades, I love you so much. Thank you to my family, to my boyfriend, to be my number one.
advocacy and to promote it.
Maing buntag. Okay, I have so many things to say about myself. I'm Inday Eliza Malin now, and I'm nervous and excited. And I've always believed that Inday can do whatever I set my eyes and heart into. So, kinakabahan talaga ako. Okay. Nung bata pa ako, naalala ko, hindi ako binibigyan ng parents ko ng pera. So, sabi ko, okay, nakita ko na opportunity ko sa farm ng lolo ko. I'm sorry, it was 30 seconds.
Were you briefed over 30 seconds?
Yeah.
30 seconds per...
I didn't know that. Okay.
So, okay, second question. So, you have 30 seconds to answer this.
Okay.
So, what is one beautiful word in your local language or dialect? And what does it mean?
Padayon. That means continue. In life, I've failed so many times, but in our language, we are taught that no matter how many times you fall, you have to stand back up and smile and move forward. I'm so nervous. Why am I so nervous?
Third question. What is that one learning experience that you had as a child that made so much impact on you?
Oh, that was when I worked in our farm, in my grandfather's farm. Kasi hindi ako binibigyan ng pera. So I realized, okay, magtatrabaho ako sa farm para may extra allowance ako. And then I realized na if may initiative ka and you are hardworking, you can get whatever it is that you want in life. And now I'm here.
In this pandemic, what is that one major lesson that you learned from this pandemic?
That food is very difficult to get from the farm to your table. And that was a life-changing event for me to be able to volunteer in an organization called Move Food Initiative. I learned how to become a driver, a tindera, maybe a farmer sometimes, but now I respect farmers even more, and I hope I can teach everyone to really value the food on their table.
If you win the crown, how will you help your community?
I have been helping my community even though I don't have the crown yet. When the pandemic happened, I connected them to our municipal hall and asked for seeds, and now I'm looking at succeeding as an entrepreneur for our Vanilla Dream Farm so I can help not only our community but the entire Mindanao as well. We are targeting to help the coconut farmers and plant vanilla in between. So not only that, ba't ako kinakabahan? I'm so excited to be here. Okay, relax, Eliza, relax. Okay.
Madali lang to. What color do you think symbolizes the phenomenal woman?
Yellow.
Why?
Actually, and women empowerment is violet, but my favorite color is yellow. Because when you see yellow, it captures your attention right away and makes you happy. And it's bright, brings you joy. That's me.
So, if there is one spot in Davao City, man-made or natural, that you would like to promote to the world, what would it be?
Well, Davao City is known to be the home of the Dutertes, but we are also a home of 11 ethno-linguistic groups. So we transformed one park into a place where people can visit and meet all the 11 ethno-linguistic groups, including their houses, what they have in their homes, their costumes, and their people. And I want you to get to know them more.
Let's go.
Yes, let's go.
Another thing that we hear a lot nowadays is work from home. So they say this is the workplace of the future. So what skills do you think is needed in this so-called workplace of the future?
When the pandemic happened, I was able to grow a garden in my balcony, and I believe in sustainability. So I think people should learn how to grow their own food in their backyard or balcony. So no matter how many pandemics happen, hopefully nothing will come in the future. They will be food secure and they will never go hungry.
There's a campaign, hashtag Love Local. So, looks like you're doing your part.
Yes,
What local product do you want to promote and why?
Definitely the vegetables of the farmers. I want to make sure that one day we can help the food system be better, because there are so many things that we can promote, but we are not helping our farmers to make sure that they can reach the markets. And I want to help them to be able to reach the markets right away, so no more food will be wasted. Thank you.
Question is, what is one thing you think young people like you should focus on?
Themselves. You can never get anywhere if you don't know who you are. When you know who you are, you know where you are going. So with me, I know that I am a farmer, and no matter how many places I visit, I would always go back to the farm, and that's where I want to improve my community and my family.
Thank you. That was the last question.
Okay. More.
Thank
you.
Then get Baguio Farm. Magalit na naman yung mga. Then get beans.
If there's anyone you wanted to inspire with your performance, who would it be?
I think the young Indays, kasi ang daming Inday sa probinsya namin that they think the only breakthrough in life is to get married. And I want to show them that they can be whatever they want to be, and they can always follow their dreams.
Hi Brian, I'm doing really good. I started my day with a good workout, so I'm feeling really empowered right now. After a good workout, I feel back to myself. I hope everybody is doing well despite the amount of girls you've interviewed. Laban. Allow me to introduce myself. I'm Teresa Imperial Gumabaw, and I'm representing Quezon City.
So you have 30 seconds to answer each question. Tell us more something about it.
As everybody knows, I'm a professional athlete, I'm an entrepreneur, I'm an advocate, I'm a motivational speaker. And all of this came from my experiences of being a volleyball player. I've learned so much, I've grown so much, and that is one of my biggest advantages coming into this pageant.
What is one beautiful word in Tagalog and what does it mean?
Maganda. It means beautiful. I love that word because it represents each woman, each Filipina, and it says a lot about our culture. I hope that we all learn to encourage our women and to lift them up, to be confident and to be empowered.
What is that one learning experience that you had as a child that made so much impact on you?
I have been highly supported by my parents, and what they taught me is to encourage others, to support others, to work with others. That's why it benefited me as a team player playing sports, and it also benefited me joining beauty pageants because you represent an organization. Working with them, collaborating with them, and being a spokesperson, you have to know how to encourage other people. That is one of the most valuable lessons that my parents has imparted on me.
What about during this pandemic? What is the greatest lesson that you learned?
One of the greatest lessons during this pandemic, among a lot, is to be generous. I learned how to be generous not only with my words, by checking up on people, but also with my time. I have spent my time putting up an organization called Your 200 Pesos. We were able to serve thousands of families, not only in Metro Manila, but in the nearby provinces. I learned that if more people are generous, then less people will become hungry, less people will struggle, and we will have a more united Philippines.
Quezon City, if you win, what do you plan to do more for your community?
I have been working a lot for sports. I have been part of different organizations of the government. But if I do win Miss Universe Philippines, I do know that the role is to represent the organization. I'm willing to learn more about the advocacy of Miss Universe Philippines, to work with them, to empower women, and to believe and stand by all the values that they also believe in.
What color do you think represents the phenomenal woman?
Green represents a phenomenal woman. Aside from it being the color of life, in my experience, it is the color of champions. I graduated from De La Salle University with 3 championships in my back, and I know that this is a color that inspires and empowers and shows off a strong and confident, phenomenal woman. I'm biased. Allow me to be.
Okay, so you've been hearing the word working from home nowadays.
Yes, Bob.
So what do you think are the skills needed nowadays in what you call the workplace of the future?
I work from home as an athlete. We cannot have physical trainings. And one of the most important values that I've learned is to be disciplined. Nobody is watching you. Nobody is telling you what to do. You have to know what it takes to become better. And that is my goal every single day. And it takes so much discipline to wake up in the morning, to set a schedule, despite not having physical work and not being able to report to a physical office. It's very important for children, for workers, and for office mates in general.
If there is one spot in Quezon City, whether natural or man-made, that you'd like to promote in the world, what would it be?
Super dami dire. Quezon City Circle, I must say. It was one of the most popular landmarks of Quezon City. But more than that, it's a place that I've been to ever since I was young. And recently, because of the pageant, I was able to visit and film there. And I've seen how much they preserved it. The culture, the beauty. And you can see so much. The tomb of Manuel L. Quezon, the Philippine Car Museum, if you haven't visited, is a definite must place to go.
There's a campaign, it's called #LoveLocal.
Yes, Bob.
So what local products do you want to promote?
We all know Quezon City is popular for the celebrities. Our main product is people, entertainment. But in this journey for Miss Universe Philippines, I'd really like to promote garments and textile. If you are not familiar with Kamuning Textile Market, it's very popular and a lot of people go. And I know that with our everyday activities, being a Miss Universe Philippines candidate, I can showcase the different designers and the different products from my own city.
Last question for you is, what's one thing that you think young people should focus on? Young people like you.
Young people should focus on their dreams. And to achieve those dreams, you have to prepare yourself and equip yourself. Keep on learning, keep on growing, keep on taking risks. But at the end of the day, our dreams are our own. And no matter how much people criticize you or put you down, you have to empower yourself first before you want to empower others.
Thank you. Thank you. Very nice.
Thank you.
The Kamuning Market is so famous for fashion, Filipino fashion.
Yes, because when people think about Quezon City, instantly it's GMA, ABS, artistas, but we have a lot of designers in Timog alone, and that's because they're close to Kamuning, the resource for textile.
May mga paggawa din sa Kamuning.
Suits, yung mga suits.
Yes.
Really good for her.
Thank you po. Have a great day. Thank you. I love Q&A. I love being asked questions, especially if it's about myself and my city. I'm very proud of my hometown, so it was a very easy and casual interview today.
sorry ass DJ.